G'day and welcome to the High Performance Leadership Program. My name's Kyle Tyrrell. I served for 24 years as a commander in the Australian Army. And during that period of time, my sole purpose in life was to lead soldiers in hostile environments. Now, these were environments that we would characterise these days as VUCA, volatile, uncertain, complex and ambiguous. It was an environment where every day was different and the tasks changed rapidly. We went from kinetic combat to providing aid and relief to the civilian community, even to law enforcement. And most of the time, the teams that I did this with were thrown together at short notice from varying parts of the Australian Army. We only had a short time to get ready to deploy. The complexity was turbocharged by other factors, such as a range of coalition partners, international politics, ethnic tensions, power vacuums, different religions at play. You get the idea. Amongst all of this, I had missions to complete, I had soldiers to lead, to protect, and to develop. After leaving the Army more than a decade ago, I noticed that the same conditions were creeping into the corporate sector. The whole environment had become much more volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. And in my experience, there are two critical factors to success in the VUCA environment, and they are the ability to make really great decisions, but more importantly, the ability to lead at the elite level. Now, decision making is self-explanatory, and it's a science and an art that we must master as leaders. But the purpose of this program is to assist you to build a foundation towards elite leadership. So high performance leadership is critical to achieving sustainable, consistent, and high quality outcomes no matter what the endeavour. We've all witnessed potentially great teams, and we've probably been a part of them, full of talented people that ultimately fail. And that's because the teams and the missions require leaders, and they require great leaders who understand how to extract the very best from the members of the team. But let's be realistic. We've also probably been a part of teams where the leadership hasn't been great, but we've still achieved our mission. The question is, at what cost? Usually it's at the expense of efficiency and effectiveness, safety, and the long-term health and development of the team members. Let's take the example of arguably the best orchestra in the world, the Vienna Philharmonic. Now, there's no doubt that they are graced with fantastic musicians, but they still need a conductor. In fact, the reason why they're the very best in the world is simply because they have committed to employing the very best conductors. Could they get through a piece of music without the conductor? Well, I'm no musician, but yes, they probably could. Could they be a good orchestra with an average conductor? I'm sure they would. But if that was the case, if either of those were the case, we wouldn't be talking about them now because they wouldn't be the best in the world. Leaders are the conductors of their teams, and the greater the leader, the greater the team. So if we accept that all of this is true, then we also have to accept that we need a new way of approaching and enhancing our leadership. Albert Einstein said something along the lines of, we cannot solve our problems with the same level of thinking that created them. And the same is true about our leadership. The world has changed, and therefore we as leaders need to adapt. And that's where this high performance leadership model and the content that you'll be exposed to comes in. The program is based on my lived experience as a leader in hostile, high tempo, VUCA environments for nearly 2.5 decades. And it's supported by my over a decade of experience in the corporate sector, and also by the leading research and thinking in leadership. It's premised on the notion that we require high performance teams to achieve exceptional outcomes, and that high performance teams can't exist without high performance leaders. So in this program, you'll be exposed to the essence of the 5 critical elements of high performance leadership. And within each of those critical elements, the 3 key principles. So the 5 critical elements are trust, which is the basis and the foundation of all of the others. courage, commitment, ownership, and mission focus. Each critical element is presented as one module of this program. You'll hear me talk about each, and at key points, I'll invite you to stop, reflect, and document your insights. Each module is around 20 minutes, and I'd encourage you to complete them in the order they're presented. I'm really excited to go on this journey with you and to assist you to grow as a high-performance leader and to see you excel. So I'll see you in Module 1.